Okay, so today we're gonna do something different with the video. We're not traveling anywhere.
Right. We're, we live over here in Europe, but, we get these different news channels that come in and things blow up that I really think a lot of times takes away from the importance of what's really going on in the world. So today it's mainly going to be this lady in Orlando, apparently, that had some type of issue with younger people that don't have kids showing up at the Disney parks. And now her kid could not get what she wanted her to get, or the lines were long. But the fact of the matter is this lady's complaining about people that don't have kids showing up at Disney. And I do have an issue with that.
Yes, I do too. So as a mom of small children, it's important to keep in mind that Disney World, Disneyland, and all the parks, the whole legacy of
Walt Disney,
was meant to include everybody who wanted to experience that magic.
The magic.
And
Right.
be part of the special world that he created for the entertainment of everybody. So
Right.
I think she has absolutely no right to say that young people, or childless people, especially millennials, I think that the article said, should not visit the parks.
I have something a little deeper, okay, that goes really, really deep. I've been going to Disney World since 1972 when it opened, and I went there with my grandparents. That was the time I spent with my grandparents. And that, when I go walk around the parks, and I did that before I had kids, I did that with my kids to build those memories with my kids, some of the same memories I have with my grandparents. And when I walk around the parks, I remember my grandparents. I remember going on vacations with my grandparents and seeing all the different things and how they struggled to take me there and what it was like when I was a little kid and I was there. And it really brings back a lot of those childhood memories for me, even without kids. When I go there with my kids, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build those same memories with my kids.
So they can continue.
So that when I'm gone,
Right.
which is going to happen,
They continue.
when I'm gone,
going.
they can go back.
Right. Whether they have children,
Whether they have
or
children or
don't.
not, because you don't know. I mean, one could end up being married and not have kids. One could end up having an issue and not have kids. But that should not preclude them from going to the parks.
Right.
And remembering our family vacations and remembering mom and dad, and dad was a dork when he did this and mom was a dork when she did that, or whatever.
Or the line was too long, and so
Or
what?
it was
At
too
least
hot,
we
or-
experienced the ride, right?
Yeah,
All the food. So I mean, and when you go to these places, what time of the year you should go to. There is plenty of information there. So if she didn't want to wait in line, she should have chosen a different time of the year. Clearly, I mean, we normally go in the winter, which is better. I mean, you always have choices. So I mean, I just don't understand her attitude, really.
Well, what I don't understand is how this made it on actually
Right.
worldwide news. You represent America when you're speaking, and
Right.
this is the type of things that makes
Right.
us really all look like really insignificant.
Right.
A lot of times, I hate to say that, but it does, because come on.
We'll have to be inclusive as Americans. We'll have to include everybody. It's a nation that is
Right.
created from so many different people and so many different attitudes, and I think the positive thing to do is just to be
I mean,
inclusive.
imagine the parent out there that had children and they went to Disney with their kid, and their kid got killed, or their kid died of some type of disease or an accident or something like that, and that's it. That they have that memory of their kid
going through the
parks with them. Mm-hmm. And now this lady's going to say, well, people that don't have kids shouldn't go there.
That is just not
Okay.
right.
Or what about when we retire? I'm planning on moving back to Florida,
Right. And visit
for the
parks.
Right. For the winters, and I'm going to visit the parks. As a retiree, I'm not going to have kids with me. Is this lady's concept going to preclude retirees from going there without kids, or is it just millennials? Is it just the younger kids? Because what's the difference?
I think millennials have all the right in the world
Of course,
to entertain themselves in the parks.
If there's a whole line of retirees that are waiting in line to get a pretzel, or a whole line of young
No,
kids that
as
are in
long
line.
as they follow the rules like everybody
Of
else
course,
and they
of
respect
course.
everybody. So we are assuming that
You
those
know?
millennials were, waiting in line like everybody else, and they were following the park rules
Right.
like everybody else.
Right.
So
And again, I'm a Disney freak. When I die, I want my kids to cremate me, and I want my ashes cast in various areas, and one of those is going to be in Disney. So I want my kids to be able to go back to Disney and say, hey, this was Dad's place, and this is where Dad's at, or this is where Grandpa's at, or great-grandpa, or whoever, depending on how far back that goes. So again, for someone to say something like that, it's really, it's not in keeping in spirit with, I think, what Walt Disney wanted.
Yeah. And with the American.
And of course, again, it makes all Americans just look really, really tiny. So that's our view on this. I know this is kind of clickbaity, but I felt like I needed to jump up on my soapbox here and really talk about this. So
it's because it's Disney.
It's because it's Disney. And again,
And you
like I
heard
said,
too.
I am a Disney super freak, and I will go to Disney every time I can.
So thank you for watching. And
Thank you for
listening.
watching. Please subscribe. Click that, the bell. Leave some comments. If you don't agree with us, hey, tell us. Tell us why.
Exactly.
Don't just say I don't agree. Tell me why you don't agree.
Yeah, there
Give
are
me some of that
different opinions.
feedback, of
Yeah,
course.
sure.
You might change my mind. Take care, have fun, enjoy, watch the rest of our videos, and have fun.